Ashamed to ask, ashamed to admit, got Jewy questions. This is it, this is it. Wise, wicked, simple, or unsure how to ask. We'll open up the books, the ark. We'll open up your cynical heart. No such a thing as a dumb question, okay, that's mostly true. Tammy and Shoshana are here for you. Ashamed to admit, ashamed to ask.
It's everything you didn't get in Jewish studies class.
Hi, and welcome to the Jewish Independent podcast, Ashamed to Admit. I'm one of your co-hosts, Tammy Sussman.
I'm Shoshana Gottlieb-Becker, and I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy to have a pulse today.
Why?
L'chaim.
Okay.
I don't know. I went to some funerals lately.
Oh, okay,
yeah, a lot
I'm
of people
sorry.
are dying.
Oh,
Yeah, that's okay.
was it the Ayatollah? You were the celebrant at the Ayatollah's funeral.
I was. They
Yeah.
decided
I
to.
knew it. I knew they would go with you.
Yeah, no, they decided that they wanted something a little bit different this year.
In the end. Yeah.
No, I've been thinking a lot about eulogies.
Oh.
This isn't a
For the
cry.
Ayatollah.
This isn't a cry for help, by the way.
You've just been thinking about eulogies.
I've been thinking about eulogies, thinking about my own.
Oh.
Because
oh my God, what the hell?
Because
Are you
I've
okay?
noticed, I'm not okay, but I am okay. Mm-hmm. I have noticed, I wonder if you've noticed too, as someone who is quite observant, that in every Jewish funeral that I've gone to, whoever delivers the eulogy, usually a rabbi, will say they had such a zest for life.
Oh, I just love
zest.
zest. They love zest.
They love zest for life.
You know why they say that?
Why?
Because the rabbis don't know the person who died.
Okay.
It's like the equivalent of if you were murdered and your neighbors were like, she lit up every room she walked into. And you're like, when did you ever see me enter a room? You were angry at me for putting out the garbage wrong once a week. That's the equivalent of the rabbi saying
Thank
zest
you
for life.
for validating that. I actually wanted
Yeah.
to ask you, and it may be putting you on the spot a little bit. It might be like a public proposal, which I don't like.
I'm married.
I was kind of hoping, would you deliver my eulogy if I die before you?
I don't like the if in that sentence.
Yeah.
We're going to die at the same time.
Okay. All right. On the same day.
Sure.
Can you make sure that you do not include the lines zest for life? Because I have many things, but I do not have a zest for life.
I don't think I can make that promise. I'm sorry. I'll do it just to like piss you off one last time. Get one last little jab in there.
And say,
Because you know the thing is that, do you know what zest now means for the youth?
no.
It's like a new way to say gay. You say he's a little zesty.
So
I can say that you had a zest for life.
you can say she was zesty, but you
was
cannot
zesty
say
for life.
zest for life.
Yeah.
And you cannot say her Judaism was really important to her.
But it is so important
No,
to you.
you say she's one of the Jewiest persons I ever knew. You can say that.
Okay, here's what I'm hearing. You're going to write your own eulogy and I just have to deliver it.
No, because as I've known you for some weeks now.
You've known me for 11 episodes.
I have known you for 11 episodes. And what I've gathered is that you don't like to read things that are put in front of you.
That's true. And yet, you've still tried to write your own eulogy twice now.
I'm just...
She was zesty for life and her Judaism was so important to her.
Okay. Fuck you. I retract. No, I still want you to do it.
No, I want to do it. I'll make a Canva Evite and make the Chevra post it on their website.
Definitely don't want my funeral at the Hevra because men and women have to sit separately and I don't like that.
Shame.
Yeah. You? Have you thought about the venue?
No, I don't like thinking about my impending death.
Really?
Yeah.
So one of your followers wanted us to do a whole episode about the afterlife.
That's too much for me.
Okay. So you said, how about...
I'm like, we're too, as a people, we're too obsessed with death. We should stop ruminating on it. Mm-hmm. Yes, maybe something comes afterwards, but we don't need a whole episode on it.
So you made an offer in improvisation we'd say you made an offer and I accepted that offer,
Yes.
and your offer was, let's just have it as one question in a hat with a bunch of other questions that people want us or you to answer. And I said, sure, let's do that. Even brought a hat. And for those of you watching,
You bought 2 hats.
I'm wearing one of them and the other one is on the table.
How did you decide which one you were going to wear? That's what I want to know.
For those watching, one matches my outfit and the other one does not. You
Should
do.
I shake it into the mic so you can hear?
For those listening, not watching, Shoshana has picked up the hat. She is shuffling the questions.
Okay, I've got my first piece of paper. Do Jews have naming traditions? That's the whole question.
That's the question.
Do Jews have naming traditions? Yes, we do. Do you mean traditions in terms of like the names we choose, in terms of the ceremonies and ritual around naming?
The person who asked it, I think, was more curious in their culture, they have to take the surname of the mother and the father.
Like last names. I wasn't even thinking.
Well,
last
even
names.
they said both. So from that, a
Right, okay.
question came from
So
there.
like most things, it depends what kind of Jew you are. It depends
on how observant you
how
are.
observant you are, Sephardi, Ashkenazi, all those
Yeah.
things. So for the most part, because we live in a patriarchal society at large, it is mostly, everyone takes their husband's last names and the child will get that name. However, a lot of people are modern. My friend's just had a baby. She has both of their last names. Double-barreled, whatever it is. So that's not a specific Jewish thing with last names. If you are Ashkenazi, so like European vibes, you don't name after someone who's alive because there's superstition that the baby has like taken your life source almost, and that
Yes.
the angel of death is confused and then thinks that you're dead, so then will go for you
Yes.
and target you.
Yes.
So you only name after dead people.
Sure.
If you're Sephardi, you don't name after dead people because you're like, well, then why are you naming the baby after something morbid and sad?
Yeah.
Got to name after life.
Uh-huh.
So it's just really interesting that there's actually 2 completely opposite traditions that have arisen. So Sephardi people will name after grandparents who are alive or
Yep.
parents who are alive. Ashkenazi people will only name after people who've passed away. And then you've got other like subsets of, if you're in certain religious groups, you'll name after famous figures within that specific sect. So there's lots. I'm not sure you notice this. There's a gajillion Menachem Mendels in the world.
Yes, there are.
Because the late Lubavitch Rebbe's name was Menachem Mendel.
Ah, who knew?
Yeah. And you'll have, if you're a girl, you can be a Chaya Mushka, you can be a Sara Rivka. There's all of these different name combinations based in traditional names from the leadership and of these communities and their wives.
My hot take is that it is impossible to dislike someone called Chaya Mushka.
As someone who went to a school with a lot of Chaya Mushkas, I don't think that's an apt hypothesis.
Okay. It's just based on you're like, that person has a friendly face.
How many Chaya Mushkas do you know?
None.
Okay.
I just think Mushka is cute.
Mushka is
It's a
cute.
cute name. I have firsthand experience in the tension between Ashkenazi Sephardi naming
Oh, because
rituals because my kids
half and half.
half and half. So either way we were going to offend someone, and who was going to get the blame?
So what did you do?
Me.
So they're named after an alive person?
So
Or you were like, no.
no, I was like, absolutely not naming after this alive person. We'll just, so the cop out basically is they can have the Hebrew name can be, because that's another naming ritual is that Jews also get
A Hebrew name.
a Hebrew name, and that's the Hebrew name that, what's the use of that? That's the one that they get named oftentimes in a synagogue.
So Jewish boys are named at their bris. Oh my
Sorry.
God. Bless you. Jewish boys are named at their bris.
Their
8 days
circumcision.
Circumcision, 8 days after they're born. Jewish girls are traditionally named at any time the Torah is read. And we have the tradition that, I mean, again, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, you would only have your Jewish name. But because we live in a broadly secular world, a lot of people will have a secular name that they go by on a day-to-day basis and a Hebrew name that the use of a Hebrew name is if someone needs to pray for you, for your health, they'll use that name. If you get called up to the Torah for an aliyah to read from the Torah, to have a blessing of the Torah, you will use that name. When you get married on your ketubah, on your marriage license, they'll use that name. So in official ritualistic Jewish events, they'll use your Hebrew name.
What's your Hebrew name?
Shoshana.
Because it is a Hebrew name.
Yeah, my parents were just like, you can do it.
So you can have both. You can have it as your first name, if it's a
Yeah.
Hebrew name, can also be your Hebrew name. It doesn't have to be a
100%.
completely different
If your
one.
parents want you to have just like a Jewish name, then that's your Hebrew name.
Okay.
Whereas my brother's Jacob, but then his Hebrew name is
Yaakov.
Or it's different. I'm not going to full name him on air because that's a bit mean. I'm not going to dox him.
Okay.
But so that's but then I know the opposite of, because usually it's you go by your secular name for your whole life except for the religious occasions.
Yes.
Whereas I know people who they go by their religious name all the time, except when they go to the workplace, all of a sudden they're Tim. You know what I mean?
Right.
All of a sudden they have this name in their back pocket because they know that the general population can't pronounce Hananya or whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. Ask me what my Hebrew name is.
Is it not like Tamara?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
Rivka.
Oh,
One of the matriarchs.
nice.
Means nothing to me.
What, are you named after someone?
No.
Huh.
I think my
They just
parents
like
just
Rivka.
got no. They just got pressured to give me one, so they were like, "eh."
So they opened the book and went, that one.
Speaking of ways to find names,
Yes.
I know of someone in our community who was looking for a name for their child,
Oh, I'm scared.
and they know it's hilarious. It's brilliant. They went on the Yad Vashem website.
Oh my God.
Can you please explain what the Yad Vashem website is?
Yad Vashem is Israel's official Holocaust Memorial Museum, and they have a website. Part of the work that they have been doing for a long time is collating as many victims as possible. And so they have a name system database that you can search up the over 6 million names of dead people in. And so I
Yeah.
assume they did that?
Yeah, they
They
did
read through
that.
the 6 million names to find
Not
someone.
all 6
Okay.
million names, but old names, old-fashioned names come back
true.
into fashion, and so
So I think that when children are named, they should have a middle name that is an old person name, so that when they reach like 75, they can become an old person.
because I don't know anyone in their 80s called Shoshana.
So that's funny because in Israel, Shoshana is like an old lady name.
Oh,
Yeah. So my friend, her middle name's Edith. I'm like, perfect. When you're 78, Edith, you know?
Can you maybe now live? You could give me an old person name now. You could endow me with one. What do you
I
reckon?
could be so mean right now.
Why?
I could just say Tammy.
Because I am already old. Because I told you I was born in 1987 in a previous episode.
Yeah. I won't. Okay, Tabitha.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. Also a Talmudic name.
Is it?
Or I think it's in the Greek Bible translation.
Great.
No, I think it's Talmudic. I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Tabitha.
So, did that kind of answer the question?
I think so.
Naming rituals?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. I think it, or just one last thing I'll add is your surnames will differ depending on the country, the diasporic community that you live in. I also know that in Mexico, you have to take, it has to be double barreled.
Really?
You have to take your mother and
But that's
father's.
not religious. That's just like
I
the
think
law
it's-
of the land.
Yes.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to adhere to the law of the land and
Yeah,
whatever. All right. Next question. She's shuffling the questions.
Is it okay for two Ashkenazis, or you've written Ashkos, to talk about... Why do you keep trying to use slurs? Like you're inventing slurs.
I'm not inventing slurs. I'm writing the question as it came to me.
Is it okay for two Ashkos to talk about Mizos on a podcast?
Yeah.
I assume you mean Ashkenazim and Mizrahim.
Yeah.
Okay. You've made them sound like slurs. You've made me sound hateful on the podcast. I hope you're happy. Is it okay for two Ashkenazi women to talk about Mizrahi people on the podcast? Where did this question come from?
Came from,
Followers.
yeah.
Is it okay in a cultural appropriation way?
I'll
Or in
tell
a-
you where this question came up.
Okay.
Okay. It was in a discussion
Uh-huh.
where people were I guess not complaining, but they noticed that there isn't as much Mizrahi Sephardi representation in the media or in Australian pop culture or whatever. And
I mean, to be fair, there's barely any Ashkenazi representation in Australian pop culture, but that's besides the point.
As well. And because I was in this discussion and because I have this podcast, someone said maybe you and Shoshana could talk about Mizrahi Sephardi thing. And then someone else said, is it okay though for two Ashkos to talk about Mizos?
Look, like, yeah, it is, because we're not talking about them in an objectifying way. A broader question to be had about what cultural appropriation looks like in a community that is filled with different ethnicities, right? Because if I just turned around and was like, I'm Yemenite now, you know, that's not really how that works in terms of how we pass on culture. I think it's fine. I think I don't speak often about Mizrahim and Sephardim as much because I simply don't know enough about it, and I don't want to misspeak and misrepresent.
Okay.
And so I speak to what I know, which is Ashkenazi culture. But we talk plenty about Sephardim.
Yeah.
Just not really as much about Mizrahim, I guess.
Okay. Your wife is Mizrahi.
Yeah, her grandma is from Iraq.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
that was like the culture that her dad was brought up in.
Right.
Yeah.
And my ex is Sephardi and Mizrahi.
Oh.
And my children are Sephardi and Mizrahi. Does that mean that I am connected enough to talk about it?
Yeah, it's literally the equivalent of like, I have two black friends.
Yes. I'm not homophobic. My server, this cafe.
Yeah,
that I
so
go
Sky's
to is
also
gay.
Sky's Sephardi and Mizrahi. Her grandfather's from Sarajevo. He's like like kicked out during the Inquisition.
Yeah.
Kind of vibes. She can talk about, if we need to talk Mizrahi stuff, we'll just invite Sky on.
So, but I think that's what the question is. Do we need to invite someone who is Mizrahi or Sephardi to talk about it? Or is it okay for people to send in questions about, you know, Sephardi Mizrahi culture and for us to answer it?
I think it's fine because we're not pretending it's our lived experience.
Okay.
And I think if we frame it in the way of like, this is research we're doing, it is better for the education to be out there in the world, for people to understand that there are nuances and differences between Ashkenazi, Sephardi and Mizrahi culture than it is to be like, I don't know, it's all Jewish culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think that it is a question of cultural appropriation because they are Jewish and I am Jewish.
Yeah. And also we did technically just talk about it in the question before when we were talking about naming rituals. Yeah. So
that is true.
I guess that question's redundant because we already did it.
We mention Sephardi people a lot.
Yeah, we do.
We love Sephardi people.
Yeah.
Okay, next hat.
Yeah, we also love Mizrahi people. But not all Sephardi and Mizrahi people because we can't use broad strokes.
Maybe some of them suck. Because if you like all of them, it's just tokenization.
Yes.
That's the thing. It's like not seeing the actual person.
Exactly.
Would it be bad for continuation if we made you switch hats halfway through the episode?
For continuity or whatever.
Yeah, or is it just like, I think it's a funny bit. You want to switch hats?
Fine.
I think it's funny. I'll take out the remainder.
Okay, I'm now wearing a sun hat for the rest.
It's so much easier to mix around as well in the blue one. Oh man, Jewish Afterlife.
Go on.
I have to talk about it. Okay, so I want to start by saying something, and that is that there is this repeated phrase, an idea that gets passed around the internet. And this is the broad internet, not just the Jewish internet, that Jews don't believe in the afterlife. Because in an effort to separate ourselves from Christianity, some Jew on the internet was like, we don't believe in the afterlife. And now everyone thinks we don't believe in the afterlife. And that is bullcaca. That is not true. Jews do believe in the afterlife. In fact, it is really important and inherent in our belief structures. And again, I'm not an expert in this space because I don't like thinking about death so much. It's not mentioned in the Tanakh so much, in the Torah. We don't have the concept of the afterlife in the Torah. But the rabbis spend so much time discussing what happens after. And we have the concept of the world to come, right? And we have the concept of Gan Eden, right? The Garden of Eden is this paradise that we go to, and that is the world to come. And, you know, you do mitzvot for the reward that you get is in the world to come. Whatever the big next is, like, that's what you get out of doing mitzvot. Like, that's the whole thing. It's always there. It's over and over again mentioned. I don't know where this fucking lie came from that we don't believe in the afterlife. And we also believe in hell, or we believe in a version of hell, right? We don't believe in the brimstone and the fire, but we believe in, if you are a bad person, your soul goes through a purifying process, and you go through what is essentially an atonement process before you can get to the world to come. So that's what we believe in, essentially. And then there's more to it. There's concepts of Gehenna, which is what hell is called in Jewish thought. And it's actually based on a real place called Gehenna, which is a valley outside of Jerusalem, the old city. But yeah, there's a world to come. The rabbis talk about it a lot. We are promised great things there in the world to come. I think it's beautiful. I think, like, I like the phrase "the world to come" because I think it suggests that, like, it's a big place. Heaven sounds small to me.
Really?
You know what I mean? Heaven sounds confined. It has gates on the front.
Yeah.
Someone's letting you in. The world to come. It's
a
just,
gated community.
It's this place, but it's to come.
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah.
It's whatever this is, there's a version of this afterwards, and it's great there. That's what I like.
I like that too.
Yeah.
But I have been distracted by the fact that all assets made around this will have me in a sun hat and with no context. And people will be like, who is this deranged person nodding?
I know, I like it. I
and
think it's
listening
funny.
to this wise person talk about the world to come.
I think we don't address it. If they don't listen, they don't deserve to know the context of the sun hat. That's on them.
Can I change hats now?
Yeah, sure. I think it's even funnier to have, for one question, you're in the sun hat.
And it's the most serious question
It's the most serious
too.
one. Okay, 2 left. I got it. What's the next one? Tsanua. This isn't a question. This is a word on a piece of paper.
Tsanua, what is
Tsanua.
it? Someone wrote Tsanua, what is it?
Tsanua, what is it? Okay, Tsanua is the concept of modesty. Tsniot is what you might have heard of, or tsnius.
Never
and it just
heard of
refers to. Never heard of it?
So I've heard it from
You're
my
a
sinus.
slut. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Tsanua is it's the concept of modesty, and in whether that's about dress, right? Mostly it's applied to dress, and so religious people will wear certain clothing because part of your body, like certain parts of your body, are private. They're for yourself, right? Or for you and for your partner, perhaps, to enjoy, but not for the broader world. And then there's also like tsanua in action and modest action and how you move through the world in a modest way. Personally, I do fear that it has mostly just been used to control how women act, you know, and sort of this demureness is elevated through tsanua act. Who's to say? I don't know. But yeah, so in traditional orthodoxy, it's you should wear like from your elbow up to your shoulder off limits.
Yeah.
So you should be covering
Always have those covered.
So you have your elbows covered.
Yeah.
You have your knees covered. So your skirt should sit like on or ideally below your knee.
Yeah.
And your collarbone should be covered. So no like plunging necklines.
Wow.
And then people take that to different degrees and lengths. So you might have people who won't wear really skin tight tops because that's also too revealing of the shape.
Yeah.
You have people who their skirts will hit mid calf and also they'll wear stockings underneath so that their legs aren't seen.
Yeah.
You'll have women who decided, you know what, actually cap sleeves are fine for me, but I won't wear pants because that's men's clothing and you shouldn't wear it. And then on top of that, you have head coverings and different. So when you're married, your hair becomes also this private property for you and your husband or your partner. And so some women wear a sheitel and cover their hair. Some women will just cover the tops of their head.
So a sheitel is a wig.
Some women won't wear a wig, but they'll fully cover their hair in like a turban. Some women it's enough for them to wear just a headband and cover specific parts of their head.
Okay.
But it's just about how you choose to share your physical self with the world.
I love the word that the Frum Jews use for the turban.
Snood.
Tichel.
Oh, tichel, yeah.
What's snood? I've never heard snood.
A snood is like a weird beanie thing. It's like a less formal tichel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tichel.
Yeah, tichel's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't hate a person who's wearing a tichel.
There are so many types of there's mitpacha, there's so much.
Like if I bumped into someone called Hayamushka who was wearing a tichel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best day of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also the different styles of things that you wear and the lengths and the colors and the cuts will signify to others what groups you belong in.
Yes.
So a modern Orthodox woman won't wear the same kind of head covering that an ultra Orthodox woman would.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite context in which this plays out
Mm-hmm.
in a hypocritical way is when I go to a wedding and the bride is wearing like the sluttiest dress, but there'll be like a little chiffon sleeve.
Yeah.
Because
You got to cover your
you've
shoulders.
got to cover your shoulders.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of hypocritical things that I love about the Jewish world.
Yeah, but I genuinely love
Should
it.
we do an episode called like the hypocrite episode? And we just bring all of the things that people are hypocritical about.
Yes, please.
We should do that episode.
That's what
my
I'm-
number one thing is when people are like, women shouldn't be allowed to do things because traditionally they're not allowed to do things, but then they turn around and will eat a pork steak or something. You know what I mean? Like they don't care about what they're doing, but
No.
God forbid women be included.
Yeah. Okay,
Anyway.
we'll do a whole episode.
whole
on
episode,
that.
love
Yeah.
that.
It'll
Okay.
be a really controversial episode.
I have one last
One
one.
last
so I'm going to
one.
pretend to like, oh, I don't know
Can
which
we
one I'm
skip
going to.
that one because it's already half an hour?
Oh, you don't want to talk about Anne Frank?
Not really. Nah.
What if I say the words Anne Frank and you're like, and that's all the time we have?
Okay, last one.
Last one. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Anne Frank.
And that's all we have time for in today's episode. So
You know what we're not talking about Anne Frank.
we're not going to talk about
We can
Anne
do a
Frank.
different episode on Anne
I
Frank.
think we need a few episodes on Anne Frank.
Okay.
If you have strong opinions on Anne Frank, The Diary of, or
The person or the character that people have turned her into.
sure.
Can I say one thing actually? I know
Are you
it's-
going to
I know
talk
I got-
about Slam Frank?
No, I
Okay.
love Slam Frank.
So do I.
Have you heard of the concept of bisexual Anne Frank?
No.
Okay, so people on the internet are obsessed with turning Anne Frank into a queer icon because there are certain proofs or thoughts that her dad redacted parts of her diary where she thought about kissing girls. And so they are like, Otto Frank was a homophobe who wanted to closet his daughter. And I'm like, Anne Frank, like, what are you talking about? Like, Otto Frank was living in the 40s. His daughter was murdered by Nazis. And he wants to get her book published. You think publishers in the 40s are like, wow, a queer-friendly story. I love it. Anyway, she also didn't live long enough to identify as anything because she was murdered by the Nazis when she was like 14. And yet you've got, I'm not going to mince my words, you've got goyim on the internet who are like bisexual icon Anne Frank, and they are trying to, like, I'm sorry, is it not enough for you that this young Jewish girl was murdered? She
No,
also
it's
needs
not
to be
enough.
bisexual on top of it. And
Yes.
if you say she's not bisexual, you are participating in bi erasure and queer erasure from storytelling. Anyway, I could talk about this for hours. It gets me fired up.
I'm just really happy that that question got included in the end because I didn't know where we could go.
No, I think that people have turned Anne Frank into...
Oh, they've turned her into a lot of things.
She's become like an icon for all of these things, and I just think we should let the poor girl rest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just stop it.
Yeah.
Stop talking about her. Read a book. It's really important.
It slaps.
It
as you would
slaps.
say.
I wouldn't say that about
Yeah.
the Diary of Anne
wouldn't
Frank.
either.
In fact, I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, also learn about some other Holocaust victims. You know what I mean? There's more than one.
Do you think she's hogging the
The
limelight?
limelight? No, I think that she's the perfect victim for people.
Yeah.
And she was not scary because she wrote, and again, so I'm sure you read it, People Love Dead Jews by Dara Horn,
Yes.
right?
I thought you were going to say, I'm sure you've read The Diary of Anne Frank.
You haven't read The Diary of Anne
I
Frank?
have not.
Wow.
And I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Let me go back. People
Okay.
Love Dead Jews. Dara Horn writes a fantastic essay about it where she's like, she's the perfect victim because she's still writing from a point in time where she believes in the goodness of people and she helps people erase their guilt around it, right? When she says, I believe in the goodness of man,
Yeah.
among all other things, whatever the quote
Yeah.
is. It's been a long time since I read it. And so I think that's why people are obsessed with her, with bisexual icon Anne Frank. Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy. Sometimes I hate the internet so much.
And yet if it wasn't for the internet,
I'd
you
have
would not-
nothing.
yeah, you would
except
not-
a beautiful wife.
you would not be the icon. Well, you may not even have her because you guys connected originally.
That's true.
She found
Do you want to hear the craziest story of how we met?
Always.
We're at 33 minutes, but I'll
Yeah.
tell you the story of how. Okay, so Sky and I matched on Hinge. I
You mashed or matched?
Matched.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I'm not even asking permission to tell the story. Like,
Okay.
whatever. So we matched on Hinge. 3 weeks before we match on Hinge, Sky finds me on Instagram because someone she follows, like a celebrity she follows, reposted my meme.
Who's the celebrity?
Hannah Einbinder.
Yeah.
Reposted my meme.
Yeah.
And Sky saw it. She followed me. And Instagram glitches. And my meme gets stuck at the top of her feed for like 2.5 weeks. To the point every time she opens her phone, she's like, this fucking Jewish meme shit is back again. I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm so annoyed for like 2.5 weeks. And then the next thing she matches with me. And she goes,
Is that what she opened with?
no. So firstly, I opened.
Okay. But you're passive.
And no. So she posted peanut butter and cherry tomato toast. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
You have mentioned
Yeah.
this.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so I messaged her.
You said that looks gross.
I was like, "That are you okay? Like, what is going on?" She sees my name is Shoshana. She's like a Jew in Sydney who's a bit funny. And then I know that there's this Instagram person named Shoshana who I'm pretty sure is Australian. What are the chances it's not the same person? Doesn't tell me she follows me.
When did it come to light?
So our first date, we go to follow each other, and I don't really use my private account, so I go to follow her from the Jewish memes account, and I went, that's really funny. You already follow me, and she likes to say that I said it in a much more like, oh my god, you already follow me, but I didn't say it like that. I'm like, oh my god, you already follow me. That's really funny. And she goes, oh, that's so funny. I didn't realize. And then like 3 weeks after that, when we were already pretty serious because we're gay, at one point she goes, I have to confess something to you. It's eating me alive. I knew who you were. And she felt so bad and she thought I was going to hate her because like she was disingenuous and she'd been so nervous to tell me that she knew who I was.
Cute.
Isn't that so funny?
That's so cute.
It's meant to be.
It's beshared.
Beshared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Instagram glitch. She knew who I annoyed. That's how we opened our relationship. I accidentally annoyed her for 2 weeks before we met.
And that was a sign of what was to
Yes,
come.
exactly.
And has she turned you?
Into what?
Peanut butter and tomato?
No.
Okay.
I was like I was already a lesbian.
I set that one up really well for you.
I was confused.
Yeah. All right. It's time for everyone's favorite segment. It's from a Facebook group.
We can't mention the name because if I get kicked out of this group, I'm quitting the podcast.
All right.
I'm not willing to sacrifice anything for getting
It's a
kicked out of this group.
worldwide group
Yes.
of women.
Shh, that's already too much.
Okay.
You've said too much.
Okay.
Posting for a friend. I will just say it's already anonymous, but also she's posting for the double layer of anonymity here. Hello, ladies. Me and my husband have been married for 4 months now, and our sex life has been pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. I was worried as someone who was shomer negia until marriage. So shomer negia is when you don't touch someone of the opposite gender until you're until you're married to them. So I was worried as someone who was shomer negia until marriage, my husband too, that I wouldn't know how to please him, but luckily we're very comfortable with each other and have a great sex life. I am ashamed to admit it. Oh my God, maybe she listens to the podcast. But I have quite the secret collection of sex toys, mostly, and then I was told I can't say the names of the toys, and a very high libido. Last week, I can't even...
I'll finish.
Where is this going?
Have you not read this? Last week, I came home early from an appointment and heard some odd noises in the bedroom. I walked in on him using one of my toys, and watching a video that I've discovered is called Pup Play Porn, but she spelled porn P asterisk
She slurred it.
RN.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be horrified, yet I feel like I've never been more aroused. How do I bring this up with him?
Yeah.
This is a lot.
She's just she did not need advice on this. She's just like, hey guys, I'm having a great time in my life right now. Needed to share.
Just need to post it somewhere. Well, anonymous member 499 agrees with you because they wrote in the comments, I can't even imagine what type of porn this is. I did Google it, by the way. But why are you posting this? Not that you need to be ashamed, but you have a great sex life. So this seems like the only purpose is trolling.
I don't know. I think she's bragging.
Is that what you think it is?
Yeah. It's kind of like that old joke. I don't know if I heard it when I was like 10 for some reason, but it's like this, a Jew goes to confession in the Catholic Church and he says, Father, like, forgive me, Father, but I have sinned. I recently had sex with 2 19-year-old twins. And the father like walks him through all the rites and stuff. And he says, can I ask you, like, why are you telling me this? As like, you're not Catholic.
Yeah.
And the old guy goes, telling you, I'm telling everybody.
It is so bad that it's good.
It's literally that's this.
Yes.
Yeah. She's like, I love my favorite part. She's like, it's like the gasp, pup play. Oh, but maybe I like it. Like, that's the funny part to me.
Did you know what pup play was?
No, I also don't want to Google it.
Okay.
Please don't tell me.
I won't.
Don't ruin my innocence like that.
And I will not encourage our listeners to Google it either.
Sounds like you're encouraging it.
So, should she be ashamed?
No. I think it sounds like I'm happy for her. I think sometimes a lot of the posts from the specific groups are like women who don't know how to have good sex with their husbands because they've come from a broader community where it's not talked about and they don't understand the pleasure that they want or how to ask for it. Good on her.
She's destigmatizing.
She's doing great.
Yeah. She's doing a service.
Yeah.
Great.
I also think if it is posting for a friend, I'm like, why did you talk about that with your friend?
If she is posting for a friend, she's got a friend to talk about it with. So why does she?
If she's posting for a friend, like, girl, just go tell your friend that she's having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Anyway. Oh, I like that. I like saying that line.
Okay, you do that part.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
That's it for our show today.
You've been watching, or maybe you've just been listening to Ashamed to Admit with me, Tammy Sussman, and Shoshana Gottlieb Becker.
This episode was brought to you by the Jewish Independent, also known as the Gindependent, with Alleyway Productions. The vocalist in our theme song is Sara Yael. There are more credits in the show notes.
If you enjoyed this episode, see, I don't like doing this because it sounds needy. But really...
Then why do you want me to sound needy?
Because you don't sound needy. People do what you say because you're an influencer.
Try saying it without sounding needy.
If you like the show, forward it to a friend, or I don't know. I don't
sound
care.
like you care.
No, you sound like you don't care. Like, I don't care what you do. Like it, don't like it, just whatever. Leave us a positive review.
Hey guys, if you like the show, just tell us. Leave a review.
Tell your friends.
Yeah. If you have any losers.
Thank you so much. Please don't alienate the few listeners that we have left.
They know it.
Thank you so much and see you next week.
Okay, bye.